Ben Jackson, and I have the privilege of starting this video and talking about the Steve Frick Pillar. So it's a real privilege of mine to be able to honor a mentor and a colleague, and I would even call him a friend at this point, Dr. Steve Frick. He has meant so much to me personally and during my career. I first got to know him when he was my residency program director in Charlotte, North Carolina, what was formerly Carolinas Medical Center and now Atrium Health. So he was a program director there and had a huge impact on my early career. Not only did he teach me pediatric orthopedics, he taught me a lot about leadership and about research, how to be a good person, how to be a good doctor, and how to really do the right thing. I think one story really encapsulates that has stuck with me forever, and I have shared this story with many residents I've had the opportunity to mentor as well. We were actually in his clinic, and there was a patient that we were taking care of who had a broken arm. They were there with their mother and their sister, and the mother was in the room. They had a simple cast, and I was there as a PGY2 resident. I was going to get the job done. We need to get the cast off, get some x-rays, get a new cast on, and as everybody can relate, as a junior resident, you just want to get in there, get the work done as efficiently, as quickly as you can. So the mother left, said, I want to go get her sister because she wants to, I think she'd help her when getting the cast off. Like, sounds great. She goes and gets her sister. Well, I just take care of the task. I'm going to get that cast off. And of course, what happens, the 7-year-old young lady passes out while I'm getting her cast off because she was very nervous about the cast, and her sister wasn't there. And that was a great opportunity for Dr. Frick to teach me, as he liked to call about court awareness. He's like, Ben, you should have realized that the reason why the mother wanted to get her sister was because she was distraught about this. She was very anxious about it. And I got a great opportunity to learn about court awareness and to pay attention to everything that's going on. So it was a great example and story I share with some of our junior residents when they don't have court awareness that themselves, is something I'm still trying to work on throughout my career. The other thing Dr. Frick has been great about is not only did he teach me directly for 4 years while I was in Charlotte, but he has been a person I've been able to count on for career guidance, advice, and mentorship throughout my career. It's been a real privilege to know him. And I'll give you 2 examples of how he's been great. One is he's been willing to put my name forward for opportunities I would not have been able to achieve without his support and guidance and mentorship. And that means so much when somebody who is at a high level in academics and orthopedics, and specifically in the AOA, is willing to put you forward and nominate you, and who has enough trust and belief in you that you can do the job, whatever it might be. And that's been amazing. It's been great is I'm sure that many of us have had times and challenges during our practice. We just don't know what to do. And we go seek other folks that have been there, that have guidance and advice and mentorship. And often I start my conversation with Dr. Frick because I say, hey, Dr. Frick, I've got a problem. And probably the answer is the first thing you need to is to tell me to shut up. And so we always lead with that and then sort of go from there. And I'm able to talk to him. And sometimes he'll talk to me for half an hour about whatever problem I'm having and be able to guide me through that. That has meant so much throughout my career. I think it's made me a better doctor. It's made me a better husband. It's made me a better leader and a better teacher. There's no question about that. I think that the time that I've been able to spend with him and the stories I have are just one of probably thousands of stories that he has that other folks I believe in this audience can relate to about times he's been able to help them as well. So I want to take the opportunity to just recognize his leadership, his mentorship. Not only that, but he is a great person outside of orthopedics. I've had the privilege of meeting his wife and his children as well. I think he's a great father, a great husband, a great grandfather, and cares a lot about them as well. And that's really a very difficult thing to do. So Dr. Frick, thank you so much for what you've meant to me personally and my career. I can't tell you how much it's meant to me and my family. So thank you so much for spending the time outside of work, outside of your job duties, in ways that will probably never come back to you directly. And to take that sacrifice has meant so much for me and so many others that you've mentored during your really illustrious career. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
I am Joshua Patt. I serve as the Paul Atakis Endowed Chair for Sarcoma Research, as well as the Vice Chair of Education at Carolinas Medical Center in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the Wake Forest University School of Medicine. It is my honor to have this opportunity to help recognize Stephen Frick, a remarkable clinician, educator, and leader, and someone who exemplifies the very best of our profession as a pillar of the American Orthopedic Association. Steve's career in orthopedic surgery is extraordinary by any measure. His dedication to clinical excellence, his transformative impact on medical education, and his sustained leadership within our profession make him deeply deserving of this recognition. But for me, this is also personal. Over the course of my career, Steve has been my program director, my practice partner, and my mentor. Over the years, I have seen firsthand not only what he has accomplished, but how he accomplishes it, with integrity, humility, and an unwavering commitment to doing what is right for patients, learners, and colleagues. Professionally, Steve's impact has been broad and lasting. He most recently served as professor and vice chairman of orthopedic surgery at Stanford University School of Medicine, as well as chief of pediatric orthopedic surgery at Lucile Packard Children's Hospital. In these roles, he set a standard for excellence in pediatric orthopedics, combining technical mastery with compassion and clarity for children and families, as well as mentorship for countless medical students, residents, and fellows. In a meaningful return to where his academic career began, Steve was recently recruited back to Charlotte, where he now serves as professor and associate dean at Wake Forest University School of Medicine, Charlotte, with additional leadership roles for the Atrium Health Musculoskeletal Institute. In this role, he is helping design the curriculum for a brand new medical school that welcomed its first class this fall, and one he approaches with his characteristic thoughtfulness and vision. Education has always been central to Steve's identity, from his 14 years as residency program director at Carolinas Medical Center, to his work as an assistant dean for undergraduate medical affairs, to national and international educational courses. Steve has shaped generations of orthopedic surgeons. Those of us who've trained under him know that he didn't just teach us how to operate. He taught us how to think, how to lead, and how to care for patients and for each other. As a mentor, Steve holds high standards, but he supports you every step of the way. He challenges you to be better while making you feel valued and capable. Many of us in our profession owe key moments in our careers to his guidance, advocacy, and quiet confidence in us, often before we had it in ourselves. His excellence as an educator has been widely recognized, including multiple teaching awards in Charlotte, Orlando, and at Stanford. He has also been a dedicated leader within organized orthopedics, including serving as the president of the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America and as a committed member of the American Orthopedic Association, most notably as program chair for the 2022 annual meeting. In every leadership role, he brings fairness, wisdom, and a focus on what truly matters. What ultimately makes Steve Frick a pillar of the AOA is not just his resume, but his character. He leads without ego, he mentors without expectation, he puts patients and learners first, and he consistently reminds us by example what it means to be a physician, an educator, and a professional, and to do the right thing. Steve, on behalf of your colleagues, your trainees, and those of us fortunate enough to call you a mentor and friend, thank you. Your influence is woven into the careers of countless orthopedic surgeons. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor, and thank you for all that you continue to give to our profession.
I'm an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in children's orthopedics, and during my career I've worked at Atrium Health here in Charlotte, North Carolina, Nemours Children's Hospital in Orlando, and then Stanford University in Palo Alto, California. I am currently back in Charlotte working at Atrium Health, Ortho Carolina, and the new Wake Forest University School of Medicine here in Charlotte, which fits, my career-long dedication to medical education and in particular orthopedic surgery education. I was the program director for the orthopedic residency program here in Charlotte, essentially from the time that I began practice in 1998 after my fellowship, and officially became the program director in 2000, but did that until 2012. And then I went to Orlando, Florida to start a new children's hospital for the Nemours Foundation and set that institution up to be a center for orthopedic education as well. But then was recruited to Stanford, and in that role I served as the vice chair for education, helping our residency program director and our fellowship directors, as well as working with the medical student education in orthopedic surgery. So in my heart, the things that have been most valuable to me as an orthopedic surgeon have been first and foremost taking care of my patients, but then educating the next generation of surgeons and trying to help young people fulfill their dreams and be professionally fulfilled and successful. My story in the AOA is that I became an AOA member after the merger of the Academic Orthopedic Society, where I was a member as a residency program director, and the AOA, which I think was around 2003. And so again, residency education was my pathway into the leadership organization that is the AOA. I've had a lot of roles. I've worn a lot of hats for the AOA, and I was on the board as a young member. Then I participated in the inaugural AOA Kellogg Leadership Program, and I found that program to be really enriching and exciting, and I met a lot of really talented orthopedic surgeons, many of whom became my lifelong friends in that program. But it led to me then becoming the chair of the Leadership Development Committee for the AOA, which I did for 2 terms and got to organize and lead subsequent Kellogg courses. And that really was pivotal for me and gave me a lot of leadership experience. And a lot of that was, I think, what's great about the AOA is I got to connect with a lot of other orthopedic leaders by participating in AOA programs like the Kellogg program. I was also, Serena Hu was elected as the first female president of the AOA, and she asked me to serve as her program director. So I was also the program chair for her annual meeting in Rhode Island, and really enjoyed that experience and was honored to put together a great meeting, really honoring Serena and her contributions as our first female president. So I go a long way back with the AOA, and it's been very meaningful to me in my career, and it makes this honor of being selected as a pillar of the profession really meaningful for me, and I'm very grateful and honored by the choice. The last thing, my connection to the AOA, is that a few years ago I was nominated by the AOA to be a director for the American Board of Orthopedic Surgery, and I was selected for that role, and I'm now in my 4th year as a director, which I see as kind of the capstone of my career. And I think we're doing very important work, and which I find professionally fulfilling. And currently chairing the Graduate Medical Education Committee for the ABOS. I'm again in my zone of working hard to make residency education better and improve it. And I think that the ABOS is really dedicated to that, and that's been an honor to be a part of. I'm very grateful to 2 of my former residents who have gone from being residents to colleagues to friends, and those are Josh Pat and Ben Jackson, who championed this pillar recognition for me. I'm very grateful to them. When they called me to notify me that I'd been selected, I was overwhelmed really, and really don't see myself in the same class as the other pillars because I looked up to those individuals so much. But I think that's part of why this honor means so much to me, is that it's humbling to join that group of people who I looked up to so much. And really, again, through the AOA, I got to know many of the people who are currently recognized as pillars of our profession through the AOA. And many of them who didn't really know me and didn't really have a vested personal interest in my success went out of their way to give me advice and to mentor me and to help me. And I'm thankful to all of them for that advice and for helping me develop as a leader. And I'm grateful to the AOA for making that possible, because it was through annual meetings of the AOA and leadership meetings where I got to interact with those people. And it really helped me develop as a young surgeon, and then a mid-career surgeon, and even as a late-career surgeon. And I think for me, being selected as a pillar, it really is just part of that famous Emerson quote about what does it mean to be successful. And I think 2 of the things he listed were to earn the respect of intelligent people and the appreciation of honest critics. And so I think that's what this pillar recognition means to me. I have a very long list of people that I could thank, and I tell people when I'm talking to young people about mentorship, I tell them, you don't need one mentor. You need as many mentors as you can find and collect. And I've been very fortunate that I could literally write down 100 people who have helped me in my career, who I would consider having had a mentoring role for me. And I like to call that professional altruism. I think in our profession of orthopedic surgery, there are many people who just want to help other people be successful. And I think that clearly is the case with me. But I am particularly indebted to a few people. First and foremost in orthopedics, my chair as a resident, and then my chair during my first job, Ed Hanley. And so Ed was a former president of the AOA, is a recognized AOA pillar himself. He really sort of tapped me on the shoulder and said, you could do these things. You could be an academic leader if you just apply yourself and take advantage of these opportunities. Ed first and foremost, but then through Ed, I met all the faculty in Charlotte at a great residency program at Carolinas Medical Center, the faculty at the Shriners Hospital in Greenville, South Carolina, where I went as a resident and further enhanced my interest in pediatric orthopedics. They were just fantastic. And then I did my fellowship at San Diego Children's Hospital, and the faculty there have become lifelong friends and really set me on a different trajectory for my career than had I stayed, I think, on the East Coast to do my fellowship. So it was very beneficial. I really think that, again, Dr. Pat, Dr. Jackson, and all of the residents who I've been fortunate to be around as their either program director or faculty, residents make us better. They help us take better care of our patients. They challenge us to be better surgeons, better teachers, better humans. And so I'm really fortunate that throughout my career, I've been able to work with residents in almost every setting, and hope to keep doing that until I retire from practice. And then I couldn't have done any of this. I wouldn't be where I am today if I wasn't fortunate enough to have met my wife, Lisa. We've been married almost 40 years now, and her unwavering support, her daily smile and encouragement. Every day when I leave the house, she said, make good choices. And so I've tried to do that for our marriage and my career and for our family. And she's helped. We have a beautiful family who've also been very supportive for me. So I'm honored to be selected as a pillar this year of the AOA. And I'm honored to be a member of this organization. And I'm grateful for all that has given me. And I hope that I've been able to give a little bit back. So thank you very much.